It's time to get scary. Time to get terrified. It's time to talk about Bum 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 Bum. The one and only game I've never beaten as a child. Bram Stoker's Dracula for the Sega Genesis. Also on Super Nintendo. By the company of Sony that did other interesting games. Games like Pugsy and other games like Mickey Mania. You play the main character that's based off the movie. But since I don't watch the movie that much, I do know, you play the visitor, who only appeared in the film for like a few minutes, and that's it. And he's pretty much the main character of this game, and you're slaying and monsters. And this coach guy that's also based off the movie. Well, I do know about the film. You're there to defeat Count Dracula himself. And exploring the entire spooky levels, picking up items and weapons. And this game's really a no-brainer that all you do is just go left, right, and follow the arrow. Not much else to say. That this is nothing more than a classic platforming game. In that you just slay monsters here and there, and avoiding deadly traps, and selecting different items and weapons and hidden areas. This game came out in 1993, where the film came out in 1992. And some of these creatures don't even look like they're ones based on the movies. Disappointingly, the bosses aren't all that interesting. They're pretty boring and bland. Except in this stage here, you get chased by the women, which those of you who remember in the movie, you might know the reason why. The story is just plain simple. You're just the hero to defeat Count Dracula. And no, this is not the final battle. And this is all he does. Shoots beams out, yeah, and you avoid them quite easily. To this game's credit, the music is pretty terrifyingly scary. To talk about this October month, talk about a scary game. There's a bunch of interesting looking enemies, a bunch of rats, bats, scorpions, horses, spiders, guy that stabs you, falling traps, and that's it. There's several levels here and there. It's one of those classic video game cliches. If you lose all your lives and lose a continue, the game's over. But I do know that these characters do base off the movie and create, well, not the dragon, but these three vampire ladies that seduce our hero. What I do know about this game, you have to reach your way toward the end of the stage. The graphics look pretty good for a game that came out in 1993. Believe it or not, this game did scare me as a kid. So yeah, it was a bit of a wuss. It's like one person says, blow me. There's an old man that does give you hints on what you're supposed to do. Oh, so yeah, the old man doesn't have a name, but I'm pretty sure he's from the movie. I'm had to remember watching the movie. Even though vampires have been around for a very long time, from a bunch of movies, to video games, and most likely anime. There's her from the movie. I do find Bram Stoker's Dracula, the film I just keep talking about, was pretty good. It was pretty scary. I do like how in the movie comes to the end, when Dracula is not defeated, but informs himself from doing unspeakable things that he has done in the past, and let him live. For a bunch of Dracula movies, he does die. There's not much else to talk about the stages, that they're just there to exist. Sure, you can reuse some of the enemies that are different colors. There's just, just to talk about how you just go toward the very end of the levels and fight each boss. And believe it or not, they're pretty much pathetic ones because they walk back and forth, and they just do one attack. Not much else to say. They're pretty easy to beat. And here's the final battle to defeat Count Dracula on his level. Just avoid his deadly traps, and enemies. And this is pretty much how you get to the very end. Yeah, this is how you fight Dracula. He just moves back and forth, not even swinging at you, at where you're at. And this is pretty much how the game ends. We use the scene from the movie. As you try to defeat Dracula, okay, hold on a second. Going so fast. When you play your soul as if feeling in this can be seem to grow in power and in one final form, his body is green to very quickly in with the shadows of the yard and shake in moment from above catches your eye, but is on too quickly to see Shadow Castle. And yes, the game comes to an end by seeing the castle get destroyed. And that was Bram Stoker's Dracula. From a game that came out in 1993, and the movie came out in 1992, this game is actually not half bad. The music is good, but besides boring, bland bosses, also Brett Walks did this game. Like the angry video game nerd said, Brett Fox did this game as well. Anyways, game is not half bad, the music's pretty great. Gameplay is alright. Besides the same boring, using the same enemies over and over again, and graphics look okay. This game is not the worst. There's like Teddy Rubskin says. Screw you. Ooh, Ted. I find this game alright. It could have better animation like other games do. This game is not half bad, but I find it kind of below average. It would have better animation, better quality, and better sounds. This game deserves a 3.1 out of 10 to be a below average game and to be based off the movie. It was quite alright. That doesn't help much on how much the character doesn't even react when he takes damage or talks, like in any classic 90s game with voice acting, which is pretty much okay. But disappointingly, this game ain't the best one to be based off the film that much. I'm sorry to say, but this game gets another rogue rating to be my very first horror game on the Sega Genesis to talk about how scary it is, which it is. It gets to be a less percentage of 3.1 out of 10, and for a reason, because there's just not much else to say about this game at all. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Leave a like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.